What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So now we are at the playoff game. We know coming into these two matches we'll know what group stage football we are going into. Of course we want Champions League group stage football, but either one I'd be happy with because it's progression from last year. To get to this stage of the competition is really what I was aiming for. You know, groups. Obviously, I said group stage football at last year, and I think at the end of the season I also said group stage football. I'm not sure, but you know, to get to group stage football, to me, it was always about getting to the playoffs because that was, I felt, the only realistic way we were going to do it, and we've done that. So I'm not fussed if we win and go in the Champions League or lose and go into Europa League, but obviously, you know which one I'd rather have. We have one game to go over actually before this live com, and it is the Pepe Reyes Cup. I decided in this match, due to the fact it was only 3 days before the Tel Aviv game, to actually field a completely different starting 11. Now, things didn't go exactly as planned in this match due to the fact Eric Borgay got injured, meant Matthew Kirby ended up playing 107 minutes of football, which obviously isn't ideal. He's going to be on the bench today anyway, that was always the plan, but yeah, that ended up happening. And as you can see, you know, you won't recognize many people from there. Jamie Carroll, Miguel Fernandez, actually, that is an I. I called it an L last time. It's an I. Gardina, sorry. He also played as well. So, you know, there are a few names you recognize in there. John Hart as well, Mike Rawlins, who is our backup goalkeeper. So, you know, you'll notice a few names that maybe you can recognize, but the rest of them are just youth backup players. And it was an evenly fought match, and it was 0-0. I would say, if anything, Man 62 should have won the game, but they didn't take their chances. We had a few chances, but no clear-cut opportunity, and as a result, I would say a 0-0 probably reflect the match. And then on the penalty shootout, as you see, 10-9 we won, and it was actually, it was just crazy. Rawlins, our goalkeeper as well, by the way, took the 5th penalty and scored it. It continued to go all the way to the 10th kick taker, where their goalkeeper stepped up to take it and missed. Rawlins saved it, saved the only penalty. Every other penalty went in. No one missed. No one, you know, actually Rawlins in the first penalty with a lamb actually it was straight down the middle, and Rawlins touched it, but I could only parry it into his own goal. So he was the only keeper out of the two to actually make contact with a penalty. He saved one and couldn't save the other. So either way, it's nice to win that competition again. Of course, we didn't win it last year. It doesn't really mean too much to me now, winning this competition, but it's always nice to get a win under your belt, you know. And these youth players who I think there was like 7 people making their competitive debuts in this game. So that was just good, really, just to give a few players appearances. But this game is massive. We're on TV. We picked up 12 grand from TV rights or whatever it is. And let's go into this. So, away from home first, I've decided actually, as we're in front of 13,734 people, I've decided today to go out there with a 4-4-2. Just because we looked pretty good with it last game. You know, we played against Basel and we actually looked really comfortable. Okay, it was at home, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see what we can do. You know, there are a few surprise select people in the team today, so I guess I'll run through it. But in goal we have Smith, as always. The back four is the same: Ibondo, Perez, Amari, and Albi. The midfield is Alvera right mid and Fumana left mid. In the centre of the park, due to the fact both Di Matteo and Morgan are unavailable for selection. I mean, Di Matteo, as you see, I just put him on the bench as I was talking. But he's not fully fit yet, and he could feature in this game, but I'm not going to start him. And as a result of both of them midfielders being out, I had some tough choices on my hand. Who did I want to play midfield with Wilkinson? Because Wilkinson's name was definitely on the team sheet. He looked really good in the Basel home game for us. Helped us earn that penalty. So overall, I felt, you know, he's definitely a name going to be starting. But who was I going to play alongside him? I had a choice between Jamie Carroll and Miguel Fernandez, or I could maybe put a defender there. And for those who can remember, I actually played Scalato in that position when we had a man sent off in the... not man sent off, sorry, when we changed... No, wait, it was when we had a man sent off, yeah, in the Basel game, sorry. They're blurring into each other. And so, you know, he's played before in that position. I'm sure he can do a job there. I think according to, like, his ability or something or whatever... Like, onto his stats, he should be good enough to cover that position. I mean, it will tell me he's like half a star ability. But, I mean, you've got pretty much the stats to do it. It's just you haven't done it before. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't and won't perform when you get there. So I'm going to go with that today instead of, like I say, Jamie Carroll. Elsewhere, Austin is up front playing target man support, and Steve Miller is up front as well playing advanced forward. Steve Miller has currently played really well in the Champions League so far, and I hope that he can continue it today with this performance. So let's go into this match. This very, very historical and big day for Gibraltar United. At Bloomfield, of course, it's been 2 years, I think, since we've actually been here. They reckon a draw is on the cards. Tel Aviv and Gibraltar United will cancel each other out. Apparently, one player missing for them and Dan Morgan missing for us will be missed by both teams. The reason I decided not to actually play the 5-4-1, by the way, is because when we played them a few years ago, I don't think the team was as good. I think we've definitely improved a little since then. And I don't think we changed the tactic up too much then. And like I said, plus the Basel 3-0 win, overall it just all added up to me going, yeah, I think 4-4-2, we should be able to get a performance out of it. So let's do that. A few surprise team in your selection. I think I've picked the team, giving us the best chance, and obviously I'd rather have Dan Morgan, and obviously it's nice to see they have a player missing. So they've gone out with a 5-3-2. Basel played this against us and looked quite shaky. I don't know how these guys will do. I'm not sure if they'd played it a few years ago. I can't remember the tactic they played. But let's go into this team. Instructions, you can do that, and nobody fancies us to win today. Encourage them from pulling off an upset. Yep, do that. They all listen keenly. A few people were motivated, and let's go. Tel Aviv, Gibraltar United, the rematch. Never beaten Tel Aviv, never got a result against Tel Aviv. We're going to have to do one. You're going to have to hope to get one today. As ball played forward, Miller still going, and oh my god, forces a save. Should have scored the goal, Miller. Showed some great determination to continue to chase the ball and earn the ball back for the team after it was a pretty decent ball forward. It wasn't the worst ball ever. I think it was by Bondo, wasn't it, as well? I'm not too sure. I didn't catch the name. But here's Albi now. Encouraging and bright start from us. Wilkinson playing it forward. Austin is onside. Playing the ball to Miller. Miller scores. Was Miller offside? Yes, he was. I was just about to say, he looked offside from the original pass to Austin, and then he also looked offside from when Austin passed it to him. Still, though, looking very, very threatening with the ball at our feet, which is nice. Tel Aviv have had a half chance, if I want to get my words out. They have had an opportunity, but it wasn't highlight worthy. Here's Austin back to Miller. We're still attacking. Here's Fumana. Bang! Fumana with the goal, giving us a 1-0 lead. His first ever goal for Gibraltar United, the loanee. And in front of this, what I could imagine, a hostile Israeli crowd, we have taken an away goal lead. Keeper should be doing a lot better. It wasn't exactly a fierce shot, but apparently it was enough to get past him. So that away goal is going to be, it could have, massive ramifications on the results. Tel Aviv trying to get one back instantly. Perez with a brilliant challenge, stopping the shot, trying to clear the ball forward. It's not cleared completely, and as a result, Tel Aviv are going to come back straight back at us. And they do get the shot in this time. The flag is up. He is offside. I'm not too sure if that one is offside. It looked a little bit like it was on. I don't know. Maybe it was the angle I was at. But either way, they get a goal ruled out. And it is 2 goals ruled out for one for both teams now, and we still have the 1-0 lead. That's the most important thing. Rod Austin is injured. It does mean Gardina, who played, I think how much did he play? I think he played like 70 minutes of the previous match in the Pepe Reyes Cup. Is going to be coming on to play the rest of this game, and maybe even the second leg. Can play target man, so I don't really mind him coming on. And in fact, should have had his first assist there with a really good header on to Miller, unable to actually convert it. I realised Gardina is actually taking the corners. I might want to change that at half-time. Fumana's been brought down and we've been given a penalty. We have a chance now to take a 2-goal lead and also to take 2 away goals. This is a big, big chance. Stephen Miller, our captain, the hat-trick in the last leg, gets 1 in this game. This is getting embarrassing apparently for Tel Aviv at the bottom. Wow. That is a little bit insulting towards us. I mean, we're doing well. We've done well in the past 2 rounds of this competition, and we could. I'm not even going to say anything right now, but it's looking bright right now. I'm going to say it's looking bright. Alvaro earns the ball back for us. Gardina, Wilkinson, Miller. To Fuma, who earns us a corner. That's apparently another clear-cut opportunity. We've had 5 of them, but we're only 2-0 up. That's not a great ratio, really. Fumana yet again has his shot blocked, and we earn our team another corner. See Gardina taking the corner. Not particularly great. He's looking nervous, but I can understand that. Wilkinson! Oh my God, Miller somehow missed that, and now we've got another injury to the team. It is now Amari who is injured. Robbie Flint is going to have to come on, and I'm going to tell him to play limited defender. Robbie Flint really doesn't have the stats to play centre defender, so we'll just have to go with that. And this isn't good. 2 injuries and 2 pretty big players to us, or, you know, especially the defender, Amari, as Smith, wow. Great save from Smith to get back on his feet and to save that. Even though it was sort of at him, still is a good save and good reactions from him. And we still keep our 2-0 advantage. And hopefully that's what we'll have as we go into this second half. Go into half time, really. Yes, look at that. 2-0. 2-0 against Tel Aviv. And Scalato actually not done too bad in central midfield. See, I think that's sort of paying off. I probably won't make another sub this game, just because they are kicking our players. And but looks like we could get another injury in this game at the rate they're going at. Wilkinson now trying to find that left midfielder, unable to. Flint heading it on to Albi. Albi now on that left hand side to Famana. I keep saying that guy's named differently every time. Apologies there. But now Tel Aviv could create an opportunity. The centre-backs look a little bit all over the place. But for some reason, the striker decided to go for the long shot, and it was nowhere near the goal. Who's playing? Everyone's playing pretty well so far. Robbie Flint's on a yellow. Alvaro's on a yellow. I don't think any of them miss matches with them yellow cards. Or they won't miss any so far. I mean, there's still time in this game alone to get another yellow and be sent off, which hopefully we won't. As Tel Aviv get one back. Smith is unable to keep out Amir Navar's shot. It came from the throw-in, and really it was no one marking the 2 players, the 2 centre mids at the edge of the box, and he flicked it past our player, and it was, you know, I probably asked for more from Smith there, but he did save us earlier. I can allow him, you know, making a little bit of a mistake. Apparently Bondo was at fault for that goal. I guess he didn't close down the player at the edge of the box, like in that position right there. It's pretty similar to when they scored that position of the throw-in. But this could be a chance for us. It is falling through to Fumana, the goal scorer for the first goal, and the goal scorer for the third goal. Gibraltar United 3, Tel Aviv 1. And it was a really, really good pass from Gardina, who gets his, I think, first assist in his career for us. And that should hopefully boost up his rating. It does. Really, really nice. 7 clear-cut opportunities for us in this game. Still a little disappointing that I can only say it's 3-1 with that stat, but it's just nice to be winning right now. It really is. We've got a corner here, maybe to add to our goal tally. Corner's not particularly great, doesn't beat the first defender, and yet again his ball back in is not great either, and out to counter-attack for Tel Aviv. Gardina will be hoping that this actually doesn't come to a goal, otherwise it will be his mistake, and it does lead to a goal, and it is his mistake that costs us our 2-goal advantage, and now we've only got a 3-2 lead. And there's still enough time left in this game for Tel Aviv to get the third, as Alvaro still going with this ball, pretty good run, and it leads to Miller to get his 2nd of the game. Stephen Miller with his 8th goal of the season already, and this is only his 5th game, I believe, of the season, and they've all been in the Champions League. Really good one from Alvaro though, skipping over the defender as if he wasn't even there. I need to hope Albi's injury isn't sustained. Actually, I think no, yeah, it doesn't really matter because Scalato could play left back next game if Albi was injured and our centre mids are coming back. It shouldn't be too bad. Here's Wilkinson with a free kick, and just over the bar from the youngster, could have scored, but we've won 4-2 against Tel Aviv with 4 away goals under our belt. Surely there is no coming back for them now. Surely that is us through to the Champions League group stages. We've still got a full 90 to go, but right now it is looking very, very good. And apparently squad depth I've got, it must be because I got an achievement. I don't think you guys can see it, but I got an achievement which means I've played 2 different starting 11s and won 2 different games, which I did. But Rod Austin out for 7 weeks with sprained ankle. He fell heavily actually. It wasn't Tel Aviv's fault. With Albi, he did a thigh strain. I can inject him up, which I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to give him some injections and actually try and play him through the next match. And Amari as well. Oh my god, these 3 injuries, I take it back from Tel Aviv. I thought they were kicking lumps out of us. We actually had 3 injuries that were all self-sustaining injuries. Miss kicking the ball, injured Amari for 3 weeks. But still a really good performance, and hopefully, you know, we'll just be 90 minutes away from getting to the promised land of Champions League group stage football. I'm slightly surprised at the attendance. I would have thought we'd have been able to get 10,000 people in for this match, but oh well. So we know the importance that surrounds this match. Let's waste no time and get into it. So of course, of all the injuries that occurred in the last match, plus also James Wilkinson, who picked up an injury in training, I believe it was. Yeah, he pulled a hamstring in training. Does mean that we've had to change the lineup a little bit. So what this means is that today we look like we're having Smith in goal, in Bondo, Perez, Flint, and Albi in defence. Midfield of Alvaro, Morgan, Di Matteo, Fuma in the midfield, and up front we have Gladina, what's the guy's name? Giardina, and I think I said that right. I don't know. I'll probably say it wrong. And Miller. And the bench is Rawlins, Scalato, Hart, a player I've got to pick, Carroll, Kirby, and Fernandez. So I'm just going to quickly look in my reserves and see if I find a player that is, or find the next best player really in this team. I don't really want to add another defender to the bench. Let's put Bofton in because he's played in the Pepe Reyes Cup. He didn't look too bad. He's got a 1-star potential, which is quite a bit for a young player in our team. So yeah, you know, let's go. With our advantage, we really should be going through. But you know, nothing really is for certain. They've got 2 goals they can carry over from the last game. We have got our 4 away goals, but of course, if they win 3-0, then 4 away goals amount to diddly squat. So let's hope we can get a result. Come on in front of the Gibraltarian fans. Let's make the country proud and get through to the Champions League group stage. Alvaro instantly trying to whip one in, but his cross isn't really good enough. Tel Aviv trying to get a very early goal here. It's been headed away, and actually we could try and create a counter-attack here. Alvaro on the right side of the pitch, a lot of space to run into, and he's still going. He is still going. If he can beat this guy, chooses to whip it in. Not the best cross in the world, but Morgan with the ball now. Out wide to Fumana, to Di Matteo, returning from his injury. It's been cleared away, and actually this could be a chance for them. Perez is going to get sent off. I'm afraid there is no way around that. He was the last man. Really, I don't think he should be making that challenge. I can understand why he made a challenge. He felt it was a goal-scoring opportunity. He brings him down. But now we've got to play 90 minutes of a very, very big match with 10 men. And, you know, we could do without that. We could concede a goal and it would still be fine. You know, we could concede 2 goals and it's still fine. But, you know, we didn't have to get himself sent off. What it does mean is, oh shit, Scalato will come on and Ibondo will be playing centre-back. So we've got 2 centre-backs that haven't really played a lot of centre-backs with us. Flint, who is a centre-back but doesn't really play too much there. Oh wait, I've got to make a change. I've got to make a change to the tactic. You're meant to play limited defender. In fact, we'll just play 2 limited defenders. We'll give Ibondo less to do. Just tell them to, you know, get the ball, clear it. Pretty simple. Now from their free kick, they get it over the bar. Like I say, I can understand why Perez did what he did, but still, you know, it wouldn't have been the end of the world to concede, and yeah, whatever, you know, it's happened now. We're just going to try and fight for the rest of this game, and we don't need to be giving away the ball like that. And really good save from Smith. It's offside, so it won't count anyway, but really good save from Smith. Also, I want to talk about, I actually really wanted to play Wilkinson in this game. I've noticed that he's actually been playing really well for us in the Champions League so far this season, and I think he deserved to play in this match, even though Di Matteo was fit, who just passed the ball to Miller there to give us a 1-0 lead on the day and a 5-2 lead on aggregate. But yeah, even though Di Matteo was fully fit, I was like, look, Wilkinson's done well enough for me to say, look, I shouldn't really drop him just because a senior player is back, or a quote-unquote better player is back. So I was like, yep, you know what, I'll keep him in, and then he went and got injured. So, you know, that's not great. But obviously, does mean Di Matteo comes back to the team and he's just created an assist for us, and I think Ibondo is going to get himself sent off. He is. It looked like a 2-footed challenge from behind, one of the last men. It means we're down to fucking 9 men. Thank you, Perez and Ibondo. Thank you very, very much. It also means we don't have a defender on the bench we can really bring on. We have John Hart, but I don't really want to bring John Hart on. I mean, look at him. He's terrible. So what it does mean is Morgan will drop back in there. Di Matteo will now become a centre midfield defend. And Miller will be up front by himself. Also, what we will do... I don't know, actually. We'll do this. Let me defender defend. Let me defender defend. Highly structured. Team instructions. Waste time. Much lower tempo. Be more... You take that off. No, we'll take that off. Oh, we'll go with this. Look, they have to score 4 goals right now to win the game. We can concede 3 goals. Let's face it, with 8 men on the pitch, the task is pretty much impossible. Free kick goes over the bar. So really we're just looking to try and keep the result we've already earned ourselves with that 1 goal. Try not to get any more people sent off, and they get 1 back. Navarre, who scored in the previous game, gets Tel Aviv back on level terms for the game. And just now 3 goals off of potentially going through. 36 minutes into a game, another highlight. The thing is, with 11 men on the pitch, even with 10 men on the pitch, a highlight would have been pretty good. Be like, oh yeah, look, a highlight, we can do something with this. But now I dread every highlight because I feel this could be a goal for them, as it was yet again another good save from Smith, keeping out an opportunity for them. Alvaro, you just got to play keep ball for a bit. Come on, lads. Playing it forward, pretty optimistic. Miller chasing him down. Miller, oh, I was going to say, just couldn't get the foot in. But chasing people down, of course, he earned the goal in the previous game from just chasing the ball down. And now Tel Aviv on the attack, and they fire it over the bar. We are hanging on here for 1-1. Miller, let's see what he can do. Not much support, obviously. No support. And actually, the ball's gone over the top. Miller could actually be a good goal here. Oh, he's missed a chance. Should be taking that. I think it was almost an assist from Flint. Just punting the ball forward. Became an almost brilliant through ball. Pleased with the solid effort today. Not with Perez and Ibondo. I'll probably fine them both a week's wages. I'm afraid that's not really acceptable to get sent off, which does mean if we, getting through to the Champions League group stages, we'll have no Perez and no Ibondo. That's great. That's that's going to be a fun match, the first match. Or the Europa League group stages, whatever one we get through, because like I said, still not secure, as now Tel Aviv have got 1 back, and they now know they need 2 more goals to get themselves through to the Champions League group stage. Now that Miller chance is looking even more important. Another injury. They got an injury themselves, which means they've made a sub. Yellow card for them. They've made another sub, another injury for them. Corner, and they've scored. They've got that goal back, and it is now 5-5. And Jesus Christ, things are looking a little bit worrying here. We're going to skip this, pause this, go into the tactic, play 4-4-0. Oh, Miller's tactic didn't get changed. Oh, damn it. That was probably doesn't help. What we will do. Shit. Fuck. What am I going to do? I'm going to do that, I think. Di Matteo, ball in the midfield to defend. And just see what this can do. No striker up front, which obviously doesn't help. But here's Alvaro now. To Miller. Miller to Fuma. Bang, bang, bang. Goal. Get in there. It now means if Tel Aviv do score, it takes the game into extra time, which of course we don't want. Shit, still Miller's opportunity looks pretty important. Time is flying, but it's 78th minute. They've got a corner. Headed away from Alvaro. Of course, no one's up there to get it, though. It seems it's going to come straight back towards us, and they've hit the crossbar, and Di Matteo clears that one away. For this last few minutes, I'm going to go containing. I'm going to go into this and choose them to play even Sater, to be more disciplined. We've just got to survive. Just got to hang on for these few more minutes. Smith with a free kick. I don't know why he's punting that forward. Should be playing it short. Oh, no. Yes. Freeman's got the ball. He's going to have to try and run this. He doesn't. He should have just smashed it into the corner. Oh, no. Good header away from Albi. But shit, it's not really a good header away because it's going to come straight back towards us like every clearance. They've got the ball and it's blocked. Just about. It's still not completely cleared. It's blocked yet again. Still not completely clear. Long shot and it's over the bar. The possession's back to us. And now, with just a few seconds remaining. Oh my god. We are through to the Champions League group stage. Get in there, my son. What an historical day for the team. We wanted to make it hard for ourselves, getting 2 men sent off, one in the 3rd minute, one in the 23rd minute. But somehow, this team came together and won the game. Oh, won the tie. Lost on the day, but won the tie. And now in 2 days' time, we get to look forward to the Champions League group stage draw. So, what's going on here? Albie, how long are you out for? 3 weeks, that's fine. I don't really care about him. Don't want to talk about the sending off. It was a good strike, really. I would prefer the more conservative approach. I'll be speaking to lads about it. Oh, sorry about that. Perez sent off today. Do you think that was the turning point in the match? It's hard to say that the result would have been different if it hadn't been. I'm sure it would have been. I'm sure we would have put up more of a fight, and I think that's true. I don't think it was the turning point. The second red was definitely the turning point. The first red, we actually scored after that and still looked pretty comfortable in the game. What does it say? The result today, Gibraltar United on your team to the next round. How far do you think we'll go in this competition? Look at some of the teams left in the competition. Maybe not far at all. We're just happy to be here, and we'll take it 1 game at a time. Dismissal was, hang on, dismissal for a professional foul was harsh and you should consider appealing against it. Let's appeal against that. Referee's decision was justifiable here. I'm going to issue you a week because, like I said, it was quite bad. I would have offered Ibondo a week, but apparently I could appeal against it. It did look quite bad from the replay, but I'll appeal against it, you know. Obviously, my assistant knows more about the game than I do. And let's continue forward and let's get this draw underway. Just before my under-21s team has to be announced. And hold the team meeting quickly. Other boardroom meeting, dismiss, no, don't care. And continue. Oh my god, we got to the Champions League group stages and I felt our team's a little weaker this year than it was last year. Maybe, I don't know, maybe we just took our chances, I think, this year. Overall, looking back at it, I would say the fact that we took our chances has been the difference. And the fact that we've actually made maybe a few more chances. I don't know, I don't know, maybe we've just played well this year. I definitely would say the fact that we've taken our chances has been a big thing. Miller has definitely helped in that aspect. 9 goals in the Champions League, I think it said so far. As you can see, Miller is currently actually being chased by Falkirk. I have no interest in selling him. They offer him they offer a certain amount up front and they offer a loads after certain clauses. I don't really plan on selling him, and he hasn't really spoke out either about him wanting to leave, so you know, everything's fine there. And look at that, £6.88 million for getting into the Champions League group stage. We now have £7.927 million in the bank. I do not want to take part in transfer deadline day. I want to get to the bloody draw. It does also mean, I believe, our reserves go into the Youth League. I could be correct there, I could be incorrect there, but I believe something like that happens. So we're one of the 8 teams to be in the 4th seed of the draw. Of course, you would expect that. We probably have the lowest coefficients, which we do. TNS were unable to get through. They'll be in Europa League group stage, but let's just draw it up until the 4th seed. And ideally, what I'll be aiming for in the groups will be 3rd. I want to get through to a knockout round at first time of asking, which is quite a task, but I want to be doing that. So as a result, I'm going to have to look for a group which I think we can do quite well in. I'm just looking here, Stoke. Are Stoke a big team now? Sort of. 2nd and 3rd place in the Premier League. Rich. I always find Stoke get rich in this. Not in exactly this FM, but in other FMs, I always find Stoke become rich. FC Freiburg, are they a good team? They're a team that have been up there now for the past few years. CSK Moscow as well. I can't really see their league history because I don't have it open. Maybe Fenerbahce. You know, we need to beat a team. FC Salzburg. Levante. Yeah, Levante, sorry. Maybe. I don't know. We're going to obviously have to see. So, don't get Group A with Chelsea. We get Group B. AC Milan, FC Freiburg and CSK Moscow. I think it's FC Freiburg, isn't it? I could be wrong there. But either way, it's CSK Moscow. That will be our group for our first ever Champions League group. And you know what? I'm excited at that. Do we have any league winners in our team? In our group, I should say. Are Milan a league winner? Nope. Milan did not win their league. In fact, Milan just came 4th. Freiburg came 2nd in their division. And CSK Moscow probably won their league. Actually, let me check. I can check this because... No, they didn't. They're in the best place playoff. So from that, I'm guessing they came 2nd or 3rd. I don't know how the Russian qualifiers actually count. So, from that, I'm guessing... Wait, did they? Yeah, the Russian Zenit must have won it. So yeah, they must have come 2nd. So yeah, I'm guessing from that, we could have a chance. Hey, we've defied all odds to get here so far. So, who's to say we couldn't do it a little bit more? Let's continue forward because I want to get the official confirmation and all that jazz. And also, I want to see what's going on with the youth and stuff. I imagine this will take a while. No, I didn't take that long because I thought with me recording and the transfer deadline day, a lot of stuff would happen. But there you go. We have got Milan, Freiburg, and CSK Moscow. We have been handed a tough group, but that's always going to be a tough group. And there we go. Our next game actually is AC Milan. So I'll meet you back for... What I'm thinking I'll do is I'll do sort of like I do for the Champions League games. I'll do 2 games per video. So the first game of the group will be AC Milan, CSK Moscow. The second games will then be both Freiburg matches. And then the last 2 games will again be Milan and CSK Moscow. Every group stage will have 3 games. I think I'll do it like that. So, really, really looking forward to that. We're also playing at Europa Point. So, I will be playing them games. Europa Point will basically become our second home. As you can see, it says matches. All the previous matches have been like under 19s, Gibraltar national team, and then it's just us winning. But yeah, really, really excited. We do have, like I say, Perez, Ibondo, and Austin out, which is never, ever a really good thing to see people out missing, but fun times ahead, you know. And actually, while I'm here, can I improve the training facilities? I'd like to improve the training facilities to allow players to reach their potential. The current finance is good enough for the level of the club. If we can increase funding in this area, players' development will become less of a lottery. I urge you to reconsider. You have persuaded us. Good boy. Networking, I would like to get an affiliate club. No, not affiliate club, a senior. Oh, damn it. Let me continue forward. One more. £750,000. We can afford that now. That's pocket change for people like us. The ballers of the Champions League group stage. No, Fulker, look at this bid. Do you really think I'm going to accept that? No. No. Oh, we're friendly. Oh, thanks, Fulkirk. You know how all the fans will cram in to watch you. We would like a senior affiliate to try and gain some extra income. I believe we should always try and increase our potential earnings, which they have agreed to, so that's nice. But yeah, hopefully we'll now look to spend this money wisely. And who knows, you know, a draw in the Champions League, what does that get you? It gets you like 250, is it? 400,000 for a draw and 800,000 for a win. And like I said, I want to get 3rd. I'm aiming for 3rd place, 3rd or above. And I would love to try and... Well, really, I should be... Alright, being realistic, I should be looking to just try and get a point or something. Get a win. Score a goal. Something ridiculous like that. But I like to be optimistic, I guess. I assume. We're gonna aim for 3rd or above. We want knockout football. That, you know, to go from struggling to get past the 2nd qualifying phase, next year get past the 2nd qualifying phase, then the year after that, get into the Champions League knockout round or the Europa League knockout round. That is just incredible growth in them 3 seasons, and that's what I'd love to aim for. We have the top goal scorer in the competition so far. I know at the end this doesn't count. The Champions League top goal scorer award only counts from the official start of the tournament, which is right now. So if Miller can continue to score goals as he has in the qualifiers, there's no doubt he'll help us get through A, and you know, he'll probably get that award B, or be a contender or something. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back for the Milan and the Freiburg games in the Champions League group stage. So until then, guys, peace out.